Roger Goodell suspended Kareem Hunt for 8 games for basically defending himself against a drunken fucking loser. You know, I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to level the playing field with the rest of the National Football League because he sees the Cleveland Browns with that fucking dominant offense and the dominant defense, the most stacked roster offensively I've ever seen. Now, I ask you this. You think Cleveland will be the most team used in Madden? Yes. And I'm making a prediction right now, and you heard it there first. Kareem Hunt will play 11 games. And he will, and you're saying, well, he's going to play 11 games. Playoff AFC Championship in the Super Bowl where they will beat the New Orleans Saints 46-13. You mark it here. Baker Reagan Mayfield will get his first Super Bowl in his second year. It'll go along in his trophy shelf with his 9 Super Bowls he's going to win in a 15-year career. That's what's going to happen. This video will go down in infamy as a video that says it all. If you look back at this video 30 years from now and see that fucking crazy motherfucker from Youngstown, Ohio predicted everything that happened. Antonio Callaway will have a monster season. Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry, they'll have monsters. Imagine our third receiver being Callaway. And then you got Higgins, right? You think about Higgins. Higgins could start on most teams. Callaway would be number 1 everywhere else. And then you got David Njoku. Then you got Nicholas Eugene Chubb, Duke Daniel Johnson, and Kareem Daniel Hunt. Just think of that. It shouldn't be fair to have all these weapons at our disposal. It's like a Call of Duty class, you got all your weapons. It's like Cleveland right now. It's unbelievable. And the rest of the NFL is shaking right now. Everyone's talking about the Browns. And I know all these people are like, well, you don't win nothing in March. Yes, you do. You know when you win the rights to brag. And then after the season starts in training camp, you win the rights to be the greatest team that's ever been assembled. This Cleveland team may go undefeated. They may not go undefeated. They may go 14-2, 13-3, 12-4, anything less than 12-4 would be a failure. Unless they win the Super Bowl, which they will. But they can do it all. They have a lot of weapons. As long as Baker J.X. Mayfield stays healthy, and I believe he will stay healthy, he's been a very durable athlete. I see him take batting practice today, which, by the way, looks like he can play baseball. Like, you know, he's like me as an athlete. I dominated every athlete I played. You know, I even dominated hockey when I was younger. I used to play at Lake Newport. I was a dominant force when I skated when I was younger. Wasn't a strong skater. Wasn't a strong skater, but I was a good athlete enough to skate and, put the puck in the net. You know, I was good enough to do that. But right now, I'd be an enforcer at 228 pounds. Boy, remember that? I got on YouTube. I was 6'2", 230. Then I went to 6'2", 262. Now I'm 6'2", 228 motherfucking pounds, getting fucking solid like a motherfucker. And I'm going to tell you something. Watching the Cleveland Browns nonstop coverage on every NFL network out there, every NFL, whatever sporting network out there is great. So all you fans out there that don't have a good team like Pittsburgh, I mean, let's be honest with Juju's going to see the double teams that Antonio Jiu-Jitsu Brown scene, and he's going to fucking succumb. He's going to fold. Do you realize Ben Roethlisberger is a cancer? He got rid of your 2 best players. Mike Tomlin's a cancer. This guy is garbage. And now he's going to try cracking the whip. Let me tell you what happens when you crack the whip after you've been laissez-faire for the last 20 years. It doesn't work. Then players laugh at you. Remember Antonio Brown filming in the locker room and Mike Tomlin before the Patriots game? You remember that? Oh, by the way, John Gruden, you said you got the best receiver in football? Well, you got the best 31-year-old receiver in football? Yes, you did. But the best receiver in football resides in Cleveland. His name is Odell Beckham Jr. You know it, and I know it. Antonio Brown's a fine young talent, but he's no Odell Beckham Jr. And, God, Mayfield might throw 80 passes, TDs. He might throw 80. It's going to be something to watch. The most must-see TV. It's going to be the must-see TV. I mean, you think we're going to have 6 primetime games and they're going to flex them every other day? It's going to be unbelievable. We're going to probably see 9 Browns games on primetime. In fact, I think the NFL should say, you know what, fuck the Cowboys. No one cares about that garbage team with that fucking thing. Get Bayless. Let's be real. Get real. Get real. Get real. See, Bayless, you know nothing about football if you think Dak Prescott's good. Dak Prescott couldn't hold fucking Mayfield's jock. All right, I'm telling you, flat out, he sucks. He's not as bad as Lamar Jackson, Lamar Two Throws Jackson, but he sucks. That's a team that took a step backwards to the fucking Ravens. Oh, we got our own Thomas. We got a guy that broke his leg 2 in the last 3 years. Good for you. You got a defensive player. You got no offensive playmakers, because I'm telling you right now, you think Mark Ingram's going to do anything in that division? He's going to be beaten up. He's no Nicholas Chubb. He's no Chris McAllister. He's no Jerome... Fuck Jerome Bettis. I never liked that fucking slob. He was a fat-faced slob. But anyway, Cleveland Browns right now. I can't believe it. We finally have a team. It's great knowing that the Cleveland Browns are back. Knowing that as a Browns fan, I have something to watch this year is even better. Kareem Hunt, you're a beast. Keep your head up high. I would appeal it if I were you, because I think if you appeal it, you get down 6 games. I would. Because I tell you what, 8 games for what you did, defending yourself against some drunken slob, I think that's ludicrous. So I would appeal it, get it down to 6 games. But even so, 8 games, half a season. Browns will be 8-0 at that time. Or they'll be 7-0. Probably the bye week will be influxed. So we'll be 7-0 by the time you get back. Hey, you might. Well, if he misses 8 games, you're going to obviously. You'll be 8-0.